barrage of videos. Okay, time to find another planet for life to colonize. Actually, today we're gonna do a spoiled documentary. So, the turn of the narrator voice. Yeah, this one. Maybe we'll colonize a planet on the way? It all depends. What was that? What planet fits today's needs? I think this one does. Large islands. Wait, large islands? These are just islands? Blah, boring. At least we got this back here. But we need to turn it into something like that. Maybe. Let's change the time today. I'm gonna delete all these plants. Maybe that species of plants remains from a mass extinction, slowly dying. And it has been greatly replaced by the new dominant fauna. Now trees in real life take up a majority of this planet. Majority of planets. I just got finished watching Star Wars against my will, so I got a lot of inspiration from that. Actually, I'm gonna place this tree with this tree, so we can add a multi-spread lighter tree. If you don't know what that is, if you don't know what that is, that's a small tree that you can find in mass quantities. So, like, you can see them in the forests, like that. Now let's pick a grass type. I'm gonna zoom in so you can see what grass type does. See, the shape of the grass changes. There. Looks like this planet's the majority of this planet's fauna is orange and red. That may change with the introduce the purple fauna for no reason of just being curious of what would it look like, and I don't like that. We're keeping the additional orange fauna. What should I name the planet? Name your adventure. xenos. Okay, first let's do it. Okay, time to put around some creatures. Maybe I can use my creature that I was originally playing as. Yeah, perfect. Fits this atmosphere, very spiny. Doesn't really have any camouflage. How about this is the first creature we visit the sea. Ooh. Okay, time for the introduction. I proudly introduce you to xenos. And so how about they're just the first creatures we see? Xenos, as a lush but hot planet. Even though, even though, no, even though, even though it doesn't, even though it is very hot and lush and inhospitable, it still has life. Life still managed to emerge from the green primordial sludge of Xenos. Xenos has life. Life can survive virtually anywhere. Xenos has many forms of life. Predators like the ones you just saw. Peaceful grazing herbivores like this one. And then there's peaceful grazing herbivores like this one. Today, now that the majority of Xenos' life has been charted and explored, we can finally show you what life is like on Xenos. The yellow skies beckon across the orange plains. Aquatic life also flourishes. Ocean life isn't unheard on this planet. There are also predators who may eat that aquatic life. Xenos is a huge world. Packs of creatures. Hold a second. Packs of creatures. Creatures live also. Xenos has all types of creatures. Some stranger fauna live on islands. Some fauna is just starting to fill new niches. Like these ninjib. Sorry. But rewinding a bit, our journey will start simple. At our first creature stop, the herbivores. Analiosis live in herds or groups of animals. They prefer this green fauna to munch on. They usually live in herds of up to 4. Reaching a height of 14 feet 10 inches. These creatures are very tall. We'll turn to the analiosis. But first, let's check out these creatures who are near them. Plausible. Are omnivores, which eat fruit and scavenge for fresh meat. Still having a bit of, they have tails which they use to attract mates and cool themselves down. They're covered with spikes because they're not on the top of the food chain. They still have remnants of their electric photons, which are still used to make up for their poor eyesight. And they usually live in packs because even though they mostly eat dead stuff, they're not afraid to go hunting. Plausible prefer analiosis. Because they have a lingering weak spot. They're scouring out food. One particularly young analysis starts walking towards the edge to get a closer look at what's beyond. The analysis tries to get a better look, but then falls down. Confused in an unknown habitat, the analysis tries to walk around and search for help. But then it walks too far and it does not come across a plus ball. And walks up to one, thinking that they are harmless from their tiny size. The plus ball starts rolling. They're roots that were pack members. The pack recognizes what the problem not problem is, and starts to approach it. It starts to approach the analysis. The analysis gets a closer look as the plus ball bites it. The analysis gets startled as the plus ball gets the analysis corner. Two other members use their intelligence to corner the analysis. The young analysis has been cornered by the many predators. The other plus ball sneaked behind to make sure that if the analysis escapes, there won't be anywhere to run. Nature can be brutal sometimes. The analysis doesn't know what to do. Unaware of the plus ball behind it. It turns around and runs for its life. Only to be even more cornered as the plus ball surround the analysis. Anywhere the analysis goes now, it will have to face a plus ball. There is one gap that is quick, but that gap is and another gap is quickly filled by some particularly sneaky pack members that weren't originally in the view of the drone that is currently in the mix of all this. The young analysis calls for help. No help comes. The analysis out of where the huge gap, which it can easily escape, that can easily escape and instead accepts its fate. The Nalios is now cornered by The Nalios is now cornered by 9 plus ball, and then 10. Starts to back off, but then realizes, quickly turns around and realizes that it's in a complete circle. It frantically looks away for a gap to escape from. The Nanios' his option to flee is now completely kicked out of the door. The only option is to fight. It shakes. The plausible will get ready to attack. Young Anadiosis is still a slightly formidable threat, but it's still young. The plausible being actually older than the Niosis. Niosis have experience with hunting Anadioses. They all team up on the... Oh, come on, why is it so dark? The Anadioses get prepared for all-out battle. They all attack the Anadioses. The plausible have numbers, but they are pretty weak to any attacks. A plausible goes down, but the Naliosis also does. They just go to member and prepare to feast. Now that we got that scene out of the way, time to see what the plausible have to do. The plausible actually have a bit in common with the Naliosis, like the fact that their spikes extended ribs, like the Naliosis is the extended ribs. Well, the plausible is just a normal animal, so we're moving on. Now it's time for a peaceful interaction. Naliosis is howling. The Naliosis is strong next to a trait that was originally just a deformity, but then turned into a great advantage above the still remaining Naliosis. This is a very recent group. Now time for another prey and predator interaction. scorpions look sound. It's a ruby. Fully unaware of the situation. Yes, sir. Towards this open beats. This open beats. With the opportunity. And one pounces. Misses a pounce as the food gets stolen. Sounds just this. What's that? I'm making a video. You know what? Guys, I'll be right back. On a different planet, they can check out on my channel. Let's count the scorpion repeats. First, you count. and the scorpionopede. This one, 60. There are 16 scorpionopede. Each for sharing the poopy. This scorpionopede drags the burpee. The burpee is useless and will decay and attract the bugs. So the burpee discards the use. So this is a burpee that hunted the burpee has to throw the burpee back in the sea. It tosses the burpee back in the sea to go free. The burpee drifts to the corpse of the burpee is not yet finished. The journey is not yet finished. As this is not capture predator prey. This is an interaction between scavengers and scavengers. Encroaching. They eat seagulls too, among them speak, but they don't hunt it themselves yet and have hunting abilities themselves yet. So without the behavior stick around the scorpionopede, which discard food. Away from the scorpionopede, it crawls onto land. They're not just foods to water. In fact, only 100,000 years ago, they decided to check out the water. They transitioned to land. You can still stay on land. You can tell from the fact that they still have limbs. No sea creatures. This generation has made a grand mistake. And mindlessly wandered closer to the family of scorpionopedes that we originally talking about. This one right here is the oldest and superior. Unlike the other creatures that we've talked about so far, they don't form alliances. They are rovers. Eat different lineage and share different territory. Moving back to main island, we can find the apex predator of this. Moving back to this island, we can find the apex predator of this area, of this environment. There you go. These are plausible. Don't get them confused for the plausible. There's spelled way differently in 7 different plausible. Another drugs are slit eyes. They have four of them. This plausible has spotted origin than feeding on the local vegetation. And it's out of female resistance, which this makes the other plausible come to take a look. The plausible almost 685 million years ago lived upright with stubby legs and their proboscises facing upwards. With very primitive mouths that just came out the wild. Dorsals used to be red. Since this planet is older than Earth, we were cavemen, so we don't know how oceans turn red. Only now it's after mass extinction. The mass extinction was the most devastating mass extinction this planet ever had. That's just a very big boulder. I want something bigger. Nearby, we can find one of the causes of this mass extinction. Aka right next to these creatures, we can find one of the causes of this mass extinction. A meteorite that hit this planet 25 million years ago. Killed a great portion of this planet, but it's not big enough to be the main cause. Yes, there are other crash sites. There are other crash sites from those other ones are still too small to be the main cause. But it figures that the other cause was maybe volcanic eruptions, maybe the ash that killed the planet's fauna. It's a miracle that these creatures survived, as they were much bigger back then. They did not have any resources and in the middle of a mass extinction, they're in the middle of a free meteor impact, so there's not going to be much left to provide you as food. We still can trace back their ancestors. Okay, so trace back the cosmos and ancestors. As we can't figure out as the DNA from the bone is very closely possible. One being a small parasitic one about this up to the end of your legs, and the other being way bigger than you and me. It is, in a sense, the DNA samples are still very similar. It is unclear. The tiny one didn't have a tail as long and had two legs. And the big one was a darker green. Was a bigger version of the one that we're currently looking at. That's a darker green and less pair and lost pair of eyes, like the tiny one, and a more primitive feet. It is said that these creatures are living fossils, but there is stuff in between the plausibles, like plausibles that are half as big as the plausibles today. So the theory is that the tiny plausibles are the ancestors of the modern plausibles. We're still excavating the big one. So we don't know. All we know is that there's not an eye socket for 4 eyes. That there's 2 eye sockets missing, so it couldn't have had 4 eyes. And there's no bones for this right here. We will see what that does here. I mean, there are bones which keep the rings together. One plausible decides to sneak up the Analiosis. The Analiosis, being the stupid zero-brained creature it is, doesn't mind this. Oh, and as you see those neck bags, those are just the cooling down. The plausible even makes some sound, and the Analiosis is dumb enough to ignore that. The plausible attacks the Analiosis. The Analiosis turns a bit around, before sweeping its body around. The plausible roars. The other plausibles, 3 plausibles come in. The other plausibles pretend to be not interested in a fight, as the Analiosis are extreme, or the least brainy creature on this planet. But as they walk away, they get behind the Analiosis, and then they carefully back up behind 2 trees. The strategy here is to get the analysis to either one of these trees to proceed, so that it'll be so that it can be killed. The older ones are the ones that hide behind the trees, as they're more experienced with hunting, and the younger ones, like these three are the ones that lure them, that corner them. These three are usually born in the same clutch of eggs. Yes, plausible eggs, and that's where the baby comes from. The oldest one is usually the one that starts backing up first. The one that backs, the one that the older one is the one who starts moving first. The second one to move is the second, or is the second, oldest, and the last one is usually the youngest. The analysis is backed up to the female instead of the male. The analysis not being aware that the plausibles aren't gone, backs up a little bit too far, triggering the plausible to attack. She uses her sharp claws to attack the analysis. The analysis now damaged tries to run away, but is quickly pounced by the plausible and knocked over. It gets back up. The youngest one wants to try out the battle for itself. The parents warned him to not attack, but it roars. It uses its claws to attack the analysis. No damage is none. The analysis knocks the youngling away. The dad comes in to try to help, but the analysis, acknowledging that it is much stronger on a 1v1 confront. The analysis now believing that these things are weak, turns around and tries to attack. They are not weak, but on a 1v1 confrontation, the analysis will win. The analysis starts trampling the dad. The hunt is going horribly wrong. The mother swoops in to help the dad, but two are still not enough to take on a fully grown analysis. The two other youngsters are first to watch as the brother starts to lose consciousness, and the parents start to get demolished by the adult analysis. The dad attacks, ripping through the dad. The analysis attacks the dad. The dad is knocked into a tree. The dad is dazed by this attack. The analysis attacks and scratches, making a puncture wound in the proboscis. The mother, being a little bit more experienced, because a blood test show that the mother is a little bit older, turns to attack. The youngster gains consciousness and wants to help. Is a little hesitant because it definitely remembers what happened to last time. 3 are still not enough. Only 5 can take on Yondaniosis. It turns out that the Naliosis are smarter than you think. And during one of those howls, it called for help. Obviously, the possible can't understand what the Naliosis are saying. Like we can't understand what they are saying, including the Naliosis. So, the Naliosis grabs the dad and flings a new job for Naliosis. Maria's trampled and nearly killed. Though another Naliosis comes. The Naliosis turns its attention to the youngest in the pack and attacks, shredding straight through the youngster. The youngster is hurt, but then it tries. Then the mother knows it can do nothing about the Naliosis comes in to do the finishing blows. The mother hesitates to walk up, but knows that she can do nothing. But she can do nothing to help the helpless youngster. The possible turn attention to Dad, as there's nothing else he can do. Miss forced to watch horrifyingly as the dad is mauled. The youngster had already been slayed by this point. The Naliosis rise in victory at the death of the plausible. The Naliosis turns its attention to the 2 remaining children. The mother is forced to watch in horror as the dad is mauled to death. Just pretend he's dead. The Naliosis is turned around knowing that the mother means no further harm. This Naliosis decides to make sure that no other accidents happen and slowly turns its attention to the 2 youngsters. The oldest one stands his ground. The second youngest, and now the new youngest, at the hands of the death of the younger one, backs off, not wanting to be the Naliosis' next victim. The mother, slowly turning her attention, realizes that the 2 remaining children are about to die, or about to get slayed too. The mother can't just let this happen. She can't afford to lose another child. She'll have to start from ground 1. but she's too afraid to go attacking and have the same thing that happened to her dad, so she calls for help. Another plausible happened to be walking by and hears the cries for help. It runs. Even though they're from a different pack, the plausible is green enough to have alliance, but it realizes that's what the not what the mother called for help for. For the mother is dealing with a gone wrong hunt. That teaches children how to hunt analiosis. The analiosis walks so towards the plausible quickly explains that the analiosis has already slain one of her children and there is no hope left for him, and that those two are other children. The way more experienced, wise plausible attacks the analiosis. The analiosis is slayed. There's a few bites to the neck. And the mother realizes is that all she had to do to save that youngster is to bite its neck. All it had to do was that. And now it has to face the consequences of losing. And now she has to face the consequences of losing a child. The other analiosis had already done their job and victoriously walk away. The plausible moves away, knowing that it can't help any further. No, knowing that it can't just bring them back to alive. The now single and traumatized mother is left with her two remaining so traumatized children. The children had never seen something like this. I mean, yes, they had hunts gone wrong and had to run. I mean, yes, they did have hunts gone wrong, but nothing with consequences this severe. They're gonna have to make sure that this doesn't happen again, because they may lose everybody. That sad story is finally over. Now it is time to return to where. But now it is finally time to return to where we begun on Xenos, and see our final life form or life forms. Stir tree. Near the canyon where our journey begun lies a couple stir tree. Stir tree might look normal from a distance, but they are the farthest thing from normal with their beaks. Their eyes are near their nipples, which is kind of gross. Their heads don't have any eyes. Their eyes are instead located on the belly, right next to the nipples, which they use to feed the children. This is a very odd creature, since they have very poor eyesight, and also they don't have poor eyesight. They see regular. They can see all the colors that we see, besides yellow. The sky is green to them. Instead, these creatures Instead, Instead, uh, these creatures can't see what they're eating, so they have can't see above them. So they have sensors near the mouth, so they can that they use. They also use a little bit of echolocation, like that right there. Their tails, the weird things right there, or it's just their nervous sensing. And the Rufetetta are probably gonna be lost soon. And those fins, they are to attract mates. The coloration is for camouflage. Their hair is for warmth because where they live, it's a little bit colder than what some of the other creatures we've seen environments are like. Nearby is a Bromf. Bromf and Sturtree live in peace, but the Bromf has parasites. The Sturtree are willing to help as they get a free meal. This is a baby, actually. It was Bromf abandoning their children. These are also both babies, so they are welcome to meet each other. This is this third street's first cleaning, and it's with another baby. Babies don't really mind if they get clean. They always got clean when they were still before their mothers abandoned them to fend for themselves. I mean, baby a baby Bromf is a formidable threat, so it can probably still live on its own. Okay, that was very loud and very embarrassing of me to interrupt the documentary. Another baby Bromf walks in. The older one, the one wants to take care of this cleaning job. After these two babies are cleaned, they walk away, in separate paths. Sturtree and the Bromf are very close creatures. A female. The entire family. This next Sturtree feeding job is with a female adult Bromf. The Sturtree, being the smaller organism, is a little startled as this is the baby's first adult. It cleans the female. The female then turns around. The female knows that the Sturtree means no harm and is actually here to help. So it turns its back, and the Sturtree is startled. There's a lot of parasites. It doesn't really know if its stomach can hold that, but it tries. There's one parasite left, but it's full. It calls for help. Another Sturtree comes, and this Sturtree picks the last parasite off before leaving. The female Bromf walks away happy, but then it is time for this baby's biggest and most hard cleaning job. Adult Bromf walks in. The Sturtree is very startled. There are extreme amount of parasites on this Bromf. It knows it has to clean, but something amazing is about to happen. The first tree noticed that the baby can't handle this. Can't handle this kind of job, so the two experienced adults come in to help. They pick all the parasites off, each taking their turn. Eventually, the Bromp is clean, and the Bromp walks away. Instead of a violent interaction, here we have a peaceful interaction. Xenos is a beautiful planet. Maybe we'll return, maybe we'll not. But Xenos is an amazing planet. This is where our documentary will end. This is all we've uncovered from Xenos so far. Anyways, as I leave the protective atmosphere that keeps all these amazing creatures alive, I want to say thank you, Xenos, for providing me with stuff to entertain my viewers. Thank you. Okay, guys, did you like my documentary? Did you like my commentary? Did you like the creatures? Did you like their interactions with each other? If you did, like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. And fire out. Your mother's almost the size of the entire planet of